Where was I at? Oh, so just bringing her. I didn't see no problem with it. He brought her in or whatnot. That was one red flag that I overlooked. Because he brought her into it. So
How do you feel like it's a
then,
red? Like really? Why was it a
you
red flag?
because normally in poly, the woman, the wife, the girlfriend, whatever, um, they know she normally searches for the girl for them to both to get to know and be around
Mm-hmm.
and go downstairs because I'm on a podcast. I'm a mom. Don't worry about that. My bad.
Yeah,
But
you good.
um, I allowed him to do it, and he has a thing for dark skinned girls. He's always had it, so that was another thing that I noticed. But then, like, it was cool because she was like, "Yeah, yada yada yada. I like both of you guys, and whatever. If I can't have both of you, I don't want neither of you." I said, "Okay,"
What?
but then I started working.
How did y'all get there from it being okay? So,
Said
cause I
Kevin
know
said you was both being unfaithful to each other. Absolutely not. I've been faithful since day one. I don't have no time to
was
be
y'all all
unfaithful.
sex, or was it one of those poly situations where he had like he wanted to be the guy messing with several women and you not
Nope.
messing?
It was an equalized poly. We wanted a girlfriend for both of us to have or whatnot. So back to what I was saying.
Y'all all having sex?
When
Come
when
on
he
now,
when
dog.
he when he brought her in, I was
Come
cool. It
on.
was like really good for the first couple months, you know, and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, like I started working. I got into nursing school, started getting my bachelor's degree in nursing. And, I wasn't home all the time. So I didn't mind it. We stayed on FaceTime, text and stuff like that. But then I had to start begging my husband to sleep with me, begging my husband to touch me, begging my husband to kiss me, to give me time, attention. Then I had to, basically tell her, we need to take a break from you. I want my husband to myself. That was when the controversy started to happen because he wanted her around all the time. And I'm like, okay, but so what's really going on? So when he wasn't touching me or say he wasn't in a mood to have sex or anything like that, I would go to work. And one time I went to work and my 18-year-old, my 17-year-old daughter at the time walked in on them having sex. She calls me like, "Mom, I just walked on having sex and stuff like that, yada yada." So I call, they ignore my calls. Okay, bet. So I call again, they answer, and I'm like, "What y'all doing?" "Oh, nothing, just watch TV." I said, "No, y'all motherfucking lying because my daughter just walked in on y'all having sex, but you don't want to touch me. You don't want to do this. What's really going on?" So that's when I start making it a problem. I don't want her around no more. I don't want her as our girlfriend no more. So it was one time where I had this intuition feeling, and women have this beautiful thing called intuition. And
Stop the
something was
cap.
totally off. Something was
Stop
totally
the
off.
cap right now.
Something was totally off. And I kept asking, I said, "So what do y'all do? I said, "Are y'all screwing around behind my back? What's going on? What's really going on?" So it was going on for about a week, and I kept asking the question. It just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. And we're sitting in my room, and I told her, I said, "Bro, I will fight you, bro. I will beat your ass. Like I don't like being lied to. Like when you get me to the point where I start questioning myself, then you need to really give me some reassurance." So she was like, "Yeah, we did a couple cookies in the morning and whatnot while you were gone, but it was just that, and he told me not to tell you because he knew you would trip out." If you knew your wife was gonna trip out about you sleeping with her because you're not sleeping with me, but you sleeping with her, why would you do it?
Please
Hmm?
get out of here. Get
That's when I
out of
started
here,
saying I
man.
didn't want to be involved with it. So that's when I started working super hard. Like when I say working two jobs, going to school, this, that, and the third. You good? You might be going to the kids' playground shit. I'm gonna come get it done in a second.
Man, I'm
Oh,
crying.
you want me to send her back with like
Oh,
regular
they
clothes?
watching. They don't say message is
All right.
stupid. They
So basically, that was that. So then my birthday comes around, September 17th. Comes around, we at the biker club, we at the Black Syndicate. Love my bike club, but by the way, I'm in Detroit. And so um we go out, they're arguing about who's gonna say happy birthday to me first. And then like when it was time to leave, she was like, "Can I come back with y'all?" I said, "No, I don't. I wanna be with my husband by myself on my birthday." You know what I mean? He gave me the laziest dick you could possibly fucking imagine. And yeah. And I was just like, I felt it. I was like, yeah, something ain't right. Then that next morning, I go to work. They're gone. He went to go do something on his motorcycle, whatever. And I get this call from his homeboy. I get this call from his homeboy saying, "Hey, did you know that D'Lo is bringing Remy
You
to
had them.
Chicago to
He does.
Chicago?" And I was like, "No, I was told I wasn't allowed to go." But they was like, it was told that they didn't want you to go because you and him had been arguing and going back and forth, and they didn't want the weekend ruined, so they told him to leave you here and take Remy. Excuse the fuck out of me? What makes you think he can bring the girlfriend and not the wife? You should have stayed home with both of us. You should have never went. I don't know what came over me. I seen red and black and all that stuff like that. So I followed their location, pulled up on him, and I smung on him. Like, bitch, who is you playing with, really? Because what was really good? Because at the end of the day, the bike that you're on, I paid for. The life that you got, I gave you. I did all this, and you're gonna sit here and try to embarrass me, not only in front of your family and friends, but my mother-in-law. Really? You got my mother-in-law thinking something about me when that isn't true. Like, you know,
That
self-control
that
my ass, I don't give a damn.
that'll piss me
So
off too.
hmm?
That'll definitely piss me off too. I'm not gonna lie
So
because
it was a reaction. It was a reaction. So then he ended up packing up his things and leaving,
mhm,
that same day. We bickering, arguing for whatever. He's talking about he done with this. I'm physically, mentally abusive. I don't give a fuck at this point. At the end of the day, you play with my intelligence. You're lucky that you got a woman that loves women too, and would want to have a third in the relationship, because I'm secure in my own self, in my own flesh. you know I'm not worried, I'm not jealous type or anything like that. But when I see that I'm getting treated differently than her, and I'm the wife, and you're treating her better than me, and then outside of that you're still treating me wrong, it's like,
can you hear me?
yeah, you sound muffled, but I can hear you.
I don't know why. It was all right this whole time. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
And mhm. Go that way. I'm on a podcast. Bye. Um, he said if you had intelligence, you wouldn't let people's behaviors control your actions. Baby, I got way more than anything. You know
I
what I
don't see
mean?
it
It's
that way.
not. It's not them controlling my actions. It's the fact that I reacted off of emotion instead of reacting logical. So, need to remind you, what me putting my hands on him in public and stuff like that, was it wrong? Absolutely, it was wrong. Did I
Mhm.
feel like it was justified? Absolutely.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
To me, it
No.
was. To me, it was. It doesn't matter what to the public eye, as long as it makes sense to me. It doesn't matter. I don't care about what nobody else to say. I don't care what nobody else has to say about what I did, how I do. If bringing in emotion is not jealousy. Emotion is human. I'm
Okay.
human. I have
Mhm.
feelings.
What did you
So,
think the end result was going to be bringing in another woman?
hell, man, before he wanted to make someone permanent, dude, we were it was great. We were messing with multiple women here and there and talking to them. They'll come, chill with us and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And things like that. We had no issues, no problems. It was great. And then you want to make something permanent. You want somebody around all the time. When
Hmm.
you as a man should know how to, if you want two women around all the time, you should know how to please these women equally and make them feel as equal as you so said you wanted to. Because I
Mhm.
can and I did. No. Um anyways, I'm no saint. Trust me. But what I can say is I'm a faithful woman. I don't gotta
Mhm.
go cheat to do anything. If you're my person, of course I'm gonna want you in every way possible. I don't give a damn where we are, what time of day it is. I'm gonna want you. When you sit there and tell me, "Oh, you're just a nipple, you just want sex all the time." No, I want my man all the time. I want to be underneath him in his skin. I want him to be underneath me in my skin whenever we get the chance to. Talking about
Mhm.
am I a abuser? Girl, bye. Anyways, um
You ain't really that.
it's more or less like um men don't get those type of women no more. Men get women that want to share themselves with multiple men and stuff like that. No,
Mhm.
I want just one. I sound a bit possessive. I mean, your opinion is your opinion, my love. Because I want my husband. Need
Right.
your mind you, not girlfriend. I don't do girlfriends. I'm not a girlfriend. I'm wifey material. I've been a wife my whole life, and I'm 31 years old. I
Mhm.
got married at 18. Okay, got married at 18. Got divorced. What 2020 something like that. Met him. Got engaged. Had 2 kids. Got married, and he did all that. So it's not like we just met in a year and got married. No, we have some history behind each other.
Mhm. So, all right, I'm still
He
stuck on.
said, have I ever been evaluated? Absolutely. You have to be psychic. You have to have a psych eval to become a nurse, to be able to work with other patients, to be able to take care of others.
Mhm. So, all right. So let me ask you this: what lessons did you learn? So, like, let me ask you this: no, fuck all that. In your next relationship, would you still do the poly thing? And sub question: if he ever was to say, "Hey, I want to make this work," and he get his shit together, would you do that? Yeah, she's in there. If y'all could do me a favor, like the stream, give me a subscribe, just some free shit. I appreciate it. This episode one. It'll be a lot of different types of people here. A lot of different things going on. Um, I I have them back to back, so I should have another one tomorrow and Saturday.
Okay, sorry about that. So, repeat that question again.
I said, would you? The audio super low. I don't know why. Hold on. What about now if I hold it? Is that a little better? Is that better?
Better right here. He said, "Oh, so you don't know what it's like to learn your core self. You've never spent
Okay.
time with yourself
Listen.
as an adult."
So the
Mm.
question is this, right? What did you think that you learned from that situation? And also, if he was to get his shit together and, he said, hey, let's make this work, would you be down?
No, because he showed me what I was worth to him.
Hmm.
You could leave me for a whole nother woman that had the stature isn't there. She sits on her ass and collects a check for her children because they got disabilities, and so does she. He collects a check from the VA. He doesn't work. I worked 2 jobs and went to nursing school and supported my whole family, and I'm a mother of 7 children. You're not
7.
right. Yes, 7. I have 4 boys and 3 girls, ranging from the ages of 18 to 2.
Okay, so let
So,
me ask you this. Would you have more?
no. Mm-mm.
No.
No.
So like, did you take the correct measures to make sure you don't have no more?
I had a bilateral tubal ligation.
Hmm. I don't know
That's
what that means.
complete
Educate me.
complete sterilization. So meaning
Okay.
that I didn't get my tubes tied or burned. I got them cut and removed out.
How she can hear me and y'all can't? That's fucked up.
But anyways, at the end of the day, the lesson behind it is knowing self-worth. Now, I put myself to where I let my husband lead me in a way to where I never questioned. I wasn't the type of woman to question my man about anything. You know, I was raised, and I'm not American, by the way. I was raised that a woman is supposed to bear children, that we are supposed to cater to our husbands and make sure that, the house and everything else runs smoothly, on top of doing whatever else that we are going to do as women. You know what I mean? So
Okay, so
questioning your husband wasn't fawned upon.
do you even want another relationship? Because okay, so you said you okay, so you got 7 kids, right?
Mhm.
Now you say you don't want any more, and then you still, relatively you're young, you're 31, right? So you still want to meet more men. Or I don't know if you say you like women, so I don't know if you go straight to women. I don't know, but like, do you even still want to date?
Of course.
Of course. I
I'm never gonna
mean,
give up on love. Who wants to give up on
I don't
love?
know if I'd honestly getting to that point. I don't think I'd want to date because, like, well, maybe when all my kids were like 18, you know what I'm saying? Then I know that, all right, I can then really just worry about me. I don't have to worry about me, a relationship, my kids, all that shit. I wouldn't want to take on that as well.
And if you want to
So
talk
I
about,
don't know if you want to
and hold on,
if
hold on,
you
hold on,
want to
wait. I
discuss
want to, I
that,
want to, I
you
want to, I
can.
want to say
But
one thing. He said 31 with no top teeth. I have a calcium deficiency from having 7 kids, love. I didn't lose them. I had them surgically removed so I can get implants. So if you thought that you were saying something to throw some shade, baby, that I'm so secure with myself. That's not why I have 7 kids. You know what I mean?
uh,
Women that lose the calcium within their body from bearing children, it attacks the teeth first.
mm,
You know what I mean? So it's either you go deal with the pain, you let your teeth rot out and fall out by themselves one by one. No, I took the initiative to go get them removed. The bottom ones are about to get removed too. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna get implants. So it's just better for my health nonetheless. You know what I mean? So like having no top teeth, that's, you know, it's nothing. It's
mhm.
life. She said, "Well, why did you get 7 then?" What do you mean, why did I get 7? I'm sorry, every time I got pregnant by my husband, I didn't go get an abortion and I didn't go murder a child. I'm not a murderer whatsoever.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we can't I don't even want to get on that topic because people are pro-life and pro-choice. I don't give a damn. Me, I'm pro-life. So I made my bed. I'm definitely gonna